So, how do lawyers get involved in mediation? So, when a couple comes to us and says, we have a valuation, we have a business, we have a complex financial situation, I need you as a mediator, when do the lawyers come in? Well, a lot of times we do all of the financial analyses. So, we'll come up with your personal balance sheet, your income and expenses, put together all of your assets and debts. And then we look at one party, typically the non-moneyed spouse or the outspouse, would hire an attorney. And what that means is it's usually the spouse that's not going to continue to keep the business, or the wage earner, the non-wage earner spouse. Sometimes we have a spouse that stays at home. And so what we encourage is the spouse that is the least financially savvy is the one that hires an attorney initially. And that attorney will also help that less sophisticated spouse understand all of the situation, understand all of the decisions that they're making, and make sure that they have somebody as an advocate. And so when we talk about this, lawyers are the advocate. Lawyers are coming in and being your cheerleader. They're saying, we really need to look at it this way, right? But the mediator is going to say, oh, no, we're in the middle. Let's look at both sides. So that when the lawyer gets involved, they're really kind of coming in and saying, well, I want a little bit more for my client or a little bit less for that client. But really, they're just in to make sure that you've thought everything through. So a lot of times, if you thought everything through, if you had all the available information, the financial data, bank statements, tax returns, all of that you can look through. What happens in the mediation is your attorney may also help you look through documents if you have some concern about the cash, if you have some concern about a spouse doing something with the money. That's when lawyers get involved. But sometimes they are on the outside of the mediation, and sometimes they actually participate in the mediation. So when we facilitate mediations, we will typically have both clients with their attorneys if they are hired. And we can do the mediation or this kind of alternative mediation even when the parties are in litigation, because really the mediation is just communication, negotiation, and having all of the documents available for everyone to review.